Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Hello there, Sassie. What's the crack?
Well, how are we? What's the chronic? I'm gorgeous.
Yeah,
we know.
Feeling all very festive.
Uh-huh.
That lovely wee hat.
Well, it's Sassie and Scott, of course. We know both of yous.
Well, sorry.
You're beside yourself.
She's under the table.
They've never been seen in the same room together. Isn't
There's
that
something
funny?
really funny about that. I don't know what it is.
People actually say that about me. Remember, we were saying this about me and Nina.
Well,
People often say about me and Carl Duffy that we have never actually seen us in the same room together. I'm actually, do you know what? I'm not going to give any clarity to that. I love the rumours. They hate it.
and there's a lot of rumours about Nina.
But we're basically twins, at this point.
Yeah.
Body double. Stunt
Body
stuff.
double.
Mm-hmm.
Let me let me see.
Do you love that?
You got to wait. There we go.
We fly away.
I think I
It's
spend...
a human hair wig, you see.
Oh, that's what it is.
Really
40 inches.
Really expensive. Really, really expensive.
I love it. I think I spend about 50% of the time when we're with you just picking shit out of your eyelashes.
Oh, that's all anyone ever does with me. It's like, what is on her face? Like, she's not walking around with no Vaseline fucking screen print here. Like, there's just crap everywhere all the time. Look at these eyelashes. They're stinking.
Do you know, they read. I'm
On
sure
the
they read
floor,
well, though. They look beautiful. I think it's nice. I think the trick with the big lash is to completely cover so that you actually can't see your eyes.
Yeah. I mean, Rusty Hinges told me years ago, if you cannot put on good eyeshadow, wear big lashes and it hides a multitude of sins. And I've never looked back.
And is she still doing that then?
I don't know if she even does drag anymore. Honestly, I don't even know if she still does drag.
So you're here, you're queer, and we've just got to get used to it.
I mean, apparently so. Everyone else has to as well.
We're so all biz that you're here, really, truly.
I love this coffee.
Like literally, since we were very first talking about like doing a podcast and who would we like to get on, you were like straight up the top of our list.
Oh, thank you. So, I mean, as soon as you started, I was like, the girls better ring me, all right?
Yeah.
I was like, if I don't get a message, there's going to be murder.
We intentionally left it a week so that you would just sort of... I imagine you were sitting in your house.
You just kind of edged me for a week.
Yeah.
Love that. It's the edge of the sleep and if they're going to ring, they're going to ring.
It's the Drag Race call.
Yeah.
You know, it's you're sort of you're waiting for that. You're waiting for that moment, but we're like, "Hi, it's Connor here from the Show Some Love Live podcast."
We're pleased to let you know that you have made it onto the podcast.
Oh, no, I'm all best to be here. Thank you so much.
I'm on to see the audition tapes.
Yeah, same. We were at the audition show. That was the one that we crawled back from at 8 a.m.
Oh God, we're not talking about that.
What are we not talking about?
I was saying to Seán, like the audition show was whenever we were in Sassie's house until 8 a.m.
Oh my God!
Some parties. We've talked about that.
Down while they did numbers.
Well, Nina,
sit down and watch the show. Nina, it's 5:30 in the morning.
Really, truly, I was living for that, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite way to consume drag.
Yeah.
It's sort of like under light threat, and when the music's so low that you can hear them breathing.
Yeah.
And she was going, touch me right there. And there was like nobody. There was nobody sober. There was like people rolling on your sofa, and she's like, "Open up your fucking eyes," and they're like, "I can't."
Literally, people sitting there like this all over the fucking show, and she's like, "Watch the fucking show." People trying to go for a smoke break, trying to go for a pee, and she's like, "Sit down and watch it." She's so
and enjoy yourself.
She's paramilitary drag.
She's so threatening. She's terrifying.
She is. You say paramilitary drag. She is in the UD gay? Is that what she's in?
The KDF.
Yeah.
The KDF. Or for the cross community. This of it all. The IR gay.
The IR gay.
Yeah.
And the house mother.
Ever since the Good Friday Agreement, they had to let us in.
Well, that's what the Good Friday Agreement was all about.
It's equality.
Bringing the gays together.
Yeah.
We did a thing for the Good Friday Agreement. It was very serious. It was from Corey Mila, who of course are the peace building people, and it was all wasn't it very fancy. Like for us, it was a real pleasure to be there. But we did it, and at the end of the thing, I just kind of there's something in me that just has to be that rebellious child.
Yeah.
But at the end, it says if you could send a message to any of our local politicians, what would you ask asked them to do, and everyone else gave their answers, and I was like, great, they're leaving me to the end. And my final word was mushrooms.
Yeah.
And everyone, we were actually on the panel with like real, they were really good crack.
Yeah.
Real creative
Elspeth
people.
and Louise.
Yeah, so they got it. The guy that ran it was also good
Yeah,
crack.
Alan Maven, he's lovely.
But yeah.
But the audience were just like, oh! You know?
Chicky.
Sometimes people want a bit of light relief in those things because
Yeah.
they can get a bit heavy.
I mean, sometimes you need it to bring it back up again at the end. Like,
That.
This is it. We all just need to not take ourselves too seriously.
100%.
You know?
I mean, you just can't. I mean, I did for a very long time and then realised it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And does anyone take you seriously or no?
No, not at all.
Your mammy? No, your
Oh God, no! She laughs in the face every goddamn day. She's like, "Oh God, no!" She's like, "Take yourself wild serious, son."
I thought so, and we've been back and forward. We've been back and forward for a while trying to book you because you're booked and blessed.
No. I know,
And stressed,
I know.
probably.
Oh, booked. It's not booked and blessed. It's booked and stressed.
Yeah.
Booked and stressed.
Booked and stress. And I mean,
You're doing a million things.
a million things. I mean, it's all coming together. It all feels really lovely that we are doing all these different things, but. I think a lot of the time people don't realise how much work goes into the background of that.
Yeah.
And because it's not, and not to like cast aspersions and what anyone else does, but we're not just turning up to a gig and hosting it. We're doing all the work in the background as well.
Yes.
So there's just like, there's so much going on all the time. Obviously, Mince is incredible. Like, it's something that Nina and I have wanted to do for a very, very long time.
Mince is a party.
It's amazing.
It's so
like,
special.
It's just so lovely, and it's like, obviously Banana Block itself as like a venue is incredible, like a big old museum-y warehouse sort of situation. It's amazing. But I mean, doing that, getting that there is something in itself. Doing the brunches is something in itself.
Yeah.
But like, it's all worth it in the end whenever you come together and you've everyone there and everyone's enjoying themselves, and like, it's like, here we go, this is what it's all for.
The last time we left Mince, you were standing on Banana Block's lovely, but those tables and the seats and everything else are rickety. Like they're death traps. I've seen people fall off them and they've broken and all the rest of it. You were standing on top of them, and I mean like
4-inch heels.
I don't know.
4? Yeah, 7.5.
Sorry.
That's what we all said.
I didn't mean to reach you there.
7.5, but they were thick.
I'm not wearing a kitten heel. Absolutely not.
So you were standing.
I'm not a
I got
lesbian.
right now, I'd show you.
So you were standing on top of one of those rickety ass tables, wearing those heels in your look. You were sort of like executive realness that night, and you were taken down. So people don't see that. Like, people don't see that when you say goodbye to everyone. You know, no matter what state
more work
everyone's
to
in,
do.
there's a lot more work to do. And for Mince as well, there's staging that's built. There's the barriers. You know, there's all of the drapes that you put up. You know, there's lots that sort of you add
There's
to
just
it.
wee
So
bits that we add in, and God love you, and thank you so much again for coming in and helping us take everything down.
it's the only reason why I brought it up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, honestly. Honestly.
But I just
You're
remember
welcome.
it's
Outside
like,
waiting to get home, and I was like, get back in here now. There's fabric to be taken down. You were like in the corner.
I heard.
Folding
In
very
pairs.
well, very well.
No, you're full of shit because you told me you actually, and I love this sort of way of speaking and way of being, but you sort of added this sort of element of competition between me and Becky, where you were telling me that I was a piece of shit, which is sort of just, it's now, I know
That's
that
love.
it's, I now know
That's
it's
love.
love. It did actually get to the point where I was like, remember, I'm sober.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, what way are you folding?
we had spent, I had one drink. We had a couple of gigs that night, and I had one drink that night. So you were really going for it as if it was 3 a.m. any other time. And at one point, I had to say, like, really?
But then that's the worst thing to do with me. See, once you pointed out that I'm annoying you, then it's like ramping it up.
I think what I said was, you're not being helpful here.
and this is after you have just, whenever you were standing on the table doing like, I can do it, I'm fine. Like, Connor's like, no, love, you're not. And literally just, nope, picks you up and just puts you on the ground.
Yes,
Like,
I actually
you're not safe
saved your
there.
life.
Oh my
You're
God.
welcome.
3 bottles
Yeah.
of Pinot
You're like,
Grigio
get off me, you're not lifting me.
Yeah, you cannot do any drag brunches, you got a broken ankle.
This is the thing, though, because I don't think about these things, because I still see myself as, you know, an 18-year-old that runs around. I'm obviously now 30, and the hips are sore. Everything's
That's 90 in gay years.
Like, oh my God, yeah. I mean, dead. She's in the ground. Like, the hips are powdered. Like, it is awful. And I'm like clinging off like fixtures and all, and tying these things up. And it's like, tomorrow you have 5 gigs to do back to back,
Yeah.
and you have to do 5 numbers in each of those gigs and whatever else.
In heels.
In heels.
It's all, but like you're saying, it's all of the work. So it's not just you're not just turning up, parking and barking, or you're dancing, or you're doing your bit. You are you're promoting the show. You're having to work with everyone that's involved. That's venues and other promoters, and maybe other people you collaborate with, people like us that you support through Mince and lots of other projects. You're hosting at the same time, making sure that everyone feels welcome because it's your event, it's your responsibility. And then you are performing as well as then taking it down and having to do all of that work afterwards. You can't do that if you break your hole.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
Someone else does that for me.
Well, and actually, it's
circling back to like, you know, making people happy and hosting and doing whatever.
Yes.
So in the version of feedback, we received this message, right, from someone on Mince, basically saying, this is feedback, blah, blah, blah. And just to give you a background, it came from a middle-aged white man with something to say.
Perfect.
Oh,
And
important.
It was like, oh no, I feel like I have something to say here. Came to Mince, was there literally in and out the door 10 minutes, right? At the start of the night. And then decided to send me like a transcript the next day of everything, blah, blah, blah. The girls in the door were great, blah, blah, blah. The music was great, blah, blah, blah. But the two main hosts are really, really unhelpful. They're really unfriendly, and they should be replaced by Teddy Von Trump.
What's your... Stop it! Like,
I swear to God. I was like, are you joking? I was like, you clearly know nothing about this night.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe. I was like, whenever we had to walk past you, because I literally remember clearly walking past them, and I looked over and I smiled and nodded, but I was literally running over to fix something. A light had fallen, and I was like, someone's going to get hurt. I was running over to fix that, which obviously, as we were saying, people are not aware of everything that's going on in the background. And I looked over and I nodded, whatever, and because I didn't give them this song and dance and fucking
A personal reception.
death drop and suck his cock and give him a free martini,
Yes.
he's raging.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if the review was about sucking his cock. That'd be much worse.
Much worse.
Much
I mean,
worse.
There's never been any complaints.
That's what I was looking for. No, also no shade to Teddy. Like, Teddy is an expert
none.
at hosting in spaces. Like, I remember Teddy in Yellow all those years ago. We were all a bunch of bloody wipeouts at 7 in the
Absolute
morning
legend.
and could hold together a space and could sort of make that happen and make people feel very welcome.
Yeah.
But maybe from
But it's a different dynamic. It's a different
Completely.
setup, you
and
know.
also just saying that, like, pinning you up against someone else is so disrespectful. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you doing that? Like,
Yeah.
that's like, you could have put this in such a better way. I understand you're trying to give feedback, but there's a way to do that without even looking into the scenario behind that to understand like what is going on.
Yeah.
You're just being a bit of a prat.
and whereas Nina might not be doing very much work, you're doing a lot.
She does nothing.
I know.
You better take that out. You should be
It
fucking
was
around.
that. So that other night, it was
You said the night you fell out.
You actually weren't. So you
I
weren't.
did nothing.
Well,
You were hosting.
yours.
Lying in the green room, smoking
That
fat.
is so funny. It's like, do you remember when this happened? I'm saying nothing.
Honestly, there was nearly
But
more that night.
that night
I
that,
know.
that night that I was
trying
letting
to
you know. So so we were sober the other night when we were packing down, and I was trying to let you know that you weren't being very much help here. And then in the middle of it all, there was a bit of a drama at a party. It was sort of a drunken. I actually think it's fun. It's in jest. You're with friends,
of course, yeah.
And I sort of leant into that and turned to Nina and said, "Do you know? Did I never do any work?" And I turned to you. Nina give all of us a look like, "You's better fucking work, bitch." And because I think Nina really has like a switch, you know, like
Yeah.
she can really go into like, right, I'm taking down these lights. This is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
It's like an instant sort of boy mode.
Yeah.
But looked at us like we were going to be murdered. And I remember turning to you and I was like, would you do yourself a favour and just like take one of those fucking lights that they are taking apart and just fucking unscrew something. Like do anything.
I think that's exactly what I did. It just was like that, just unscrewed it.
Even just hold it. Hold it for a bit. Walk about.
It's like when you went to school, if you just had like a bit of paper in your hand, you just walked about, you kind of do
You
anything.
know I was always that
Yeah.
bitch. I was like, miss, do you need something done? Do you need something taken to the principal?
Yeah.
There's literally a post-it note with nothing written on it. I'm like, let's go.
I'm Nina in this situation. See when I'm like packing away for a gig and like the rest of the band are like hanging about talking to people afterwards, I'm like, get out of my fucking way.
Yeah,
I want
finish
I hear
it.
that.
I get it.
I'm like, let me fucking get at these cables, the iPad. And
Yeah.
then they're like trying to I'm like, give me it. Just
Yeah.
give me it.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is, I think because I have always like done all these events for years, and everything I've done has always been sort of by myself.
Yeah.
So I've like, and this is maybe terrible to think this way, but I think it's there's something internally inside me that I'm like, oh my God, I've been doing this for fucking years. I just need to actually just enjoy myself instead of running around being really, really stressed all the time.
Yeah.
And God love Nina, like she's so good. She kind of has taken up that like baton of like just being in charge of all that stuff. I think because she knows as well, and we're both obviously very good friends and we've been best friends for years. We also work together outside of drag. Like we are with each other 24/7 and we can't stand each other.
Yeah.
Like can't stand each other. But I love her dearly. And it's like, so anything that starts to go slightly awry, like she's twitching, I'm twitching, like, you know, the light that is being held is about to be fucked at one another. It could just switch, like, at any given moment.
I think, but that's the tension.
Yeah, it's great.
Tension is creative. You know, like you can take something from that. Can I ask you a personal question? 1 second.
No.
It's just about your bangles.
Do you like it?
I love them. Perfect. And just a wee, we're going to give a wee bit of
ASMR for the listeners.
So, for anyone that's listening and not watching, number one, what are you doing? You can find us on YouTube.
You need to see this bake.
But Sassie, well, we're gorgeous, and Sassie's here. But she was wearing, for anyone that could hear it.
She didn't.
They're not. This is the Christmas special, but they're not jingle bells. It was actually Sassie decided to wear about 50 bangles, and we just happened to take them off. Also, one more sort of little behind the scenes tidbit. Everyone loves this. Our fans are dying for it. This table isn't actually glued on, so we can't really touch it. It will fall off.
Yeah.
We got it off of. Did you glue it?
No, I forgot about the glue.
It's grand.
We brought it. It's been in the car for
later.
But it's been but it's been in our car for a couple of weeks, so it is a little bit of it might appear that we have our shit together, which we do. But
We've been mostly together, just not the tabletop and the table base.
We're just not ready for the bangle madness. I love that you're in. So we've just put this coffee cup, which is one of our Show Some Love mugs, available for just $10 or £10.
Can you get them in the shop?
You're perfect. Oh my God. You can get them in the shop. You can soon buy them in Bullet Hotel. In fact, when this is out, you're going to be able to buy it in Bullet because we've partnered with Bullet for next year. We are bougie now, and you can get them online as well. So it's a Show Some Love mug. We do. It's www.
You crack me up. I swear to God, there are so few people that make me laugh in the world as much.
We do.
You know what I'm doing.
So we do have a website.
Yeah.
Did you say you know what you're doing?
No, I said something about a butt plug.
Yes, Sassie, we do have a website. It's anotherworldbelfast.com/shop.
Like, is that all you sell, or is there like other things?
So we got mugs, we got candles, we got loads of things. Everything is sustainably sourced.
And perfect for Christmas gifting.
It's perfect for well. This is actually post Christmas, so if you didn't get a gift, if you've got another wife or something, get them a bit and know that 100% off. But 100% of the money that we fundraise through the sales of the items that we make and sell is used to fund our projects, which helps local people and helps us to have fun, like this.
And do you take donations of clothing? So like Christmas bits that you don't want?
Oh,
yes.
So we're now officially it's in between Christmas. So this is going to go out in around that week where nobody knows what day it is. You take all your link sets, get all the Baylis and Harding.
Yep, the body lotion that you're never going to use that came free with your perfume.
I know.
We'll have that, please.
So we accept all new toiletries. We'd love them in packs because we like to give them out in packs. We also accept perfume as long as it's 50% full or more because it's a sealed kind of unit and it's really just so valuable for people in packs and things. And we'll take any if you're out. So if you've got loads of new Christmas clothes, do you remember that years ago you would get like a new...
Or you get your Christmas jammies.
Love a Christmas jammy. Love it. No, my mum recently has been really fucking up. Last couple of years, she's just really not got the memo. And it's like, Tracy, come on. I'm like, well, are you joking? Like, it's been, God love her, she really does try. And I mean, it's amazing that we're getting jammies, but like, you know.
Oh, so you are actually getting jammies?
Yeah, we're just not happy.
But you think you're shite?
Bastards.
Our friend Mags had a great one yesterday. She said, I just found the ones that I wanted and bought them and then said, Mum, you owe me 25 quid.
No, you see, my mum buys them and goes, you owe me money. That's your Christmas present.
Yeah.
Or she gets to the till and she goes, "Oh, I forgot my purse."
Let's go shopping. Are your mummy's name Tracy?
Tracy.
Oh, shout out to Tracy.
Oh, she's an icon, the myth, the legend.
In all of the back and forward, you were saying that you might have. I remember one of the conversations was that your mummy might have been there that day and she might have came to see us.
Yes.
We would love to meet your mummy. Would your mummy not come to Mince?
She thinks she's going to call down later.
Oh,
Hi.
wonderful.
She's going to take me home. She wants to go to a.k.a. for a meatball or two.
and she's going to forget her purse.
She's going to forget it every time. Every single time. She's like, "Oh my God, I've just put this wardrobe in the back of my car." She's like, "Son, have you got £300?" Like, she's standing there scundered and the person at the checkout's looking at you like that. And you're like, "Yes, okay."
Well, we would go to the a.k.a. cafe, but we can't because I don't know whether we don't mention it much, but Connor is actually a celiac.
Yeah, we don't actually
No.
mention it
Here
very
we go.
much, but
Here
I
we
am
go.
celiac, I'm non-binary, I'm non-partisan, I am gender fluid and gender queer.
The checklist.
Yes.
She comes with a checklist, and I would rather you respected
I'm
that.
also celiac, so it's okay. I'm
That's
on your level.
That's
On your
I
There's
level.
thought
fucking-
that.
no,
Yes,
they
that's
can
why I
have-
got bounties.
Guys, these are lies. Liza Minnelli.
Can't see shape.
Can't see green shape.
So you've just left Christmas. You've left your Christmas dinner, and you've eaten all around you. You've been glutened up, and you.
No, it's the turkey and stuffing. It's
The word on the
sage and
street-
onion stuffing balls.
Yeah.
The word you can get them gluten free, but
In
of course you
fairness-
wouldn't need to because you're a
I
faker.
want to press myself. It's Christmas.
So the truth about Sassie is that they couldn't see shite.
No.
Anything that we've ever had,
not
especially
even gay.
me.
I'm literally shaking. No, honestly, literally married, 3 kids.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah, just,
Actually, a woman.
yeah. I think actually,
Oh my God, I just don't know how you do it. Honestly, I couldn't do this all the time.
what this?
Like just being a woman.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
I mean,
In fairness,
you didn't
knowing
have
that I
worry
was going to
about
be sitting
taping your
beside
dick between
you,
your shoulder blades.
I was like, either I'm going to have to make loads of effort with my makeup or none.
You look gorgeous.
Festive.
Well, we've all made no effort, so we'll be grand. It's for anyone that's listening rather than watching, Sassie is wearing nothing. Yeah,
We've finally done
nothing.
that naked episode.
Yeah,
Get
so
on the YouTube
Still on
and
the
say
tip.
nothing but a bit of Scotch tape. Is that what it's called? Scotch tape.
Scotch
Scott tape.
Scott tape.
I only actually use branded
nothing to
tape. Yeah.
Somebody was wearing a Christmas jumper the other day that said tinsel tits on it. I was like, I
cute.
want that
That's
jumper.
cute. That's cute. I love a really terrible Christmas jumper.
yeah.
You know,
Same.
like the more abysmal, the better.
Same.
Yeah.
Like the
I
little
want-
ones.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Little everything. Like little socks, little trainers. Oh my God, the whole
You're preaching
shebang.
to the choir.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
A really good fleece too.
Yes.
Fleece with a
Maybe Little would like to shout out to Little Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland. They're looking for a new poster girl, I heard, and they want me to sell their frozen wares.
They were.
only the gluten free ones
And
though.
only the frozen stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not
I was
the
so
ambient
specific.
section.
No, nothing else. The fresh section, go fuck itself. Northern Irish beef? I think
And
not.
it writes itself that, doesn't it? You know, Northern Irish beef, you could be there with your melons.
Yeah, I see, betcha.
Oh my God, carrot of
We need
watermelon.
a cold hearted bitch facility.
I know who to call.
Me coming out of a freezer.
Let's do it. Yeah. Well, even if they don't do that ad, let's do that ad.
Let's just do it anyway.
Let's film a Mince promotional campaign.
do a takeover.
Oh my God! It's Mince
Frozen Mince. We all got that at the same time.
That's your Christmas special.
Get that Elsa outfit out.
We have to have a corn version though for the vegans.
Oh, yes, and the gluten free.
yeah. No,
Yeah. Non-binary Mince. Well, we were saying whenever you first told us of the idea of Mince, because we're partnering with Mince, and
We love it.
the way that works is that you guys have so far fundraised a ton of money for us. You
Yeah.
only had a couple of events, and we're sitting somewhere about 600
Yeah.
quid,
Yeah, it's
which is
amazing.
wonderful. And you've also
Huge.
opened up your guest list, so we exclusively hold the guest list for Mince. Don't be
the
asking anyone else.
Only
but
guest list.
that's what it is. And we open that up. We've got a program called the Show Some Love Guest List that throughout the years we've had four special events and club nights and things. But for this this, we open it up to local charities and groups and people that support us and support other people, so that we can have a night out, so we can have fun, so that we can get to see each other outside of some depressing food bank or whatever, and we can also maybe bring some of the people that use those services along to express themselves and to be themselves and to feel safe and to feel welcome. So so far that has been going amazingly.
Totally.
I mean, we'd absolutely love it. And we never actually wanted to have a guest list in any way, shape or form. And then we obviously partnered with yourselves. And then it just seemed like such an incredible thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
And whenever people message us about guest lists, whatever else, and we are so open about it, we're like, the reason we're not giving this is so that we can give it to other people that are not able to pay or able to make it or can't do what you're actually able to do. Obviously people are always going to be cheeky and like, give us a guest list. And we are so open about it because we think it's so incredible. It's such like a privileged thing on our behalf to be able to do for you and for other people,
On the flip side of what you're saying about people asking for guest lists, for fuck's sake, just buy your
Support your
friends.
community.
I know. There's definitely
You've
that.
probably experienced this.
Yeah, like see when like you're running these things, local events, like the margins are so thin. And like see the anxiety as like a promoter putting something like that on, and an event manager like going, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay the fucking venue for this. I don't know if there's going to be enough tickets at the door. And then, when people are just coming up and saying, can I get in for free? And you're like, I love you and I really like this person like, why can you not freaking throw us a few quid to help?
Exactly, that's what it is as well. It's just like we have a lot to pay for here as well. Like, there's so much to pay for. Like, I'll be open and honest about this. Like the last one that we did, we lost £900 in like staging, everything. Obviously, everything is inflated right up. Like our staging has like tripled since we started. Our lighting has tripled. Our lighting everything. Basically, all we really get whenever with Banana Block is we get a bit of help from them, and they bring in a sound system. They have a sound system. That's everything else we have to pay for to bring in lighting, staging, the DJing equipment, everything.
And it's an experience.
It's so expensive to do, and like the thing is, if we don't break that ticket sale, then that literally just is obliterated. And the thing is, we don't come from like wealthy backgrounds, we don't have someone to rely on. Like we literally have that comes out of our pocket. Like
and because it's a one-off, like not one-off, it's monthly, but like as in because it's like an event, a standalone event, it's not like where in say it's maybe like a bar that they're open all the time and they're doing food and they're doing drinks and they're able to mop up the sort of the costs for all of the rest of it.
They don't have
in one go.
The bits there. If you go to a bar or a club or whatever, they have all that already there, sitting there ready for you. You just come in, plug in, you're ready to go. Whereas this is just extra that we have to bring every single time.
It's worth it.
I know.
It's a night, like I was saying, it's an experience. And I think, like, if you just like we have really struggled over the years. I think collectively in this room we can all say that at points we've sort of really had that experience. And there's a difference between being skint and being able to go out a couple of times a week and buy the drinks and like actually being skint. If you really don't have the money and you are in support of some of the charities that we're partnered with, then of course that makes sense and it would be great to have that. But on the flip side of that, it's how much is a ticket? Like a £10 a ticket?
£8 online and £10 on the door.
£8 online. Get on, buy the tickets, support your friends. If you are spending a bloody fortune in Primark or wherever else this season, spend a bit less of that and buy somebody's candle or the necklace that they make or whatever else, because it really
a cocktail. Do you know? And I think it's really important to say, because we were really lucky to talk to you about it from like the very, very beginning and hearing how you were planning it and what you wanted it to do, and like you've kept the entry price really like reasonable so that it's affordable, so that people can feel like they can take part.
A thing that we wanted to do, we always were like, we don't want to break that like £10 threshold. It is getting to I know this is our 5th one coming up on the 23rd of December. But we don't want to break that threshold of a tenner, but it's getting so close to the point where it's like, I think we're going to have to, because we're also selling tickets online. It's the only way really of selling tickets, because Banana Block don't have a box office, all these different things. They're taking a fee out of that. RA take a fee out of that as well, which we pay for, or we put it onto the customer. It's all these different things that like are just like in the background. But I feel if we go over a tenner, then it makes it it seems like, you know, something in someone's head, and it's like, it's even if it's only a 10.50, they're like, oh, it's over a tenner, you know, and that's too expensive.
It's more of a considered decision.
Yeah,
exactly.
Whereas we want to keep it lower so that more people can go. We're also very aware that we're in East Belfast and people have to like travel to get there and like pay for, you know, it's difficult to get to. There's all these different factors that we have to like take into consideration, but it is kind of getting to the stage where we might have to.
I think if you have to do that, because it's about the sustainability of the event, you know, and about making it last, you know, sort of really building that up. The last few have been fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Such good.
You're
ones,
really,
like,
you're probably you're paying money to do it, but it'll work out. It's just having, I suppose, just faith at this stage. We've had so many things where we're like, God, what? How does this pan? But it's panned out and it's worked. So
I think the thing is with it as well that we genuinely have so much love for it, and we have
You can tell.
so much interest in it as well, and we want to make it work, so that we're all kind of like, whatever, if we lose more money, we lose more money, whatever, it is what it is. We want this to work, and we just keep pushing through and pushing through, and we've had so many shit shows of situations with it already, but we've all just very much sat down and just went, no, we're going to do this. We could very easily pull the plug and just walk away from it. We don't want to, because we think it's really important, and it's important not only for like the queer community, but it's important for East Belfast as well to have something like that there, and to like open it up to people. You know, there's so many people like coming in and out just of a Saturday, like whenever we're open, that would never come to Mince, like if they, you know, and they're like, oh, well, what's on here? And then they come in and they're like, oh, this is amazing, you know, like there's a bit of like excitement, and there's a bit of glitter thrown on it, and you know, there's queers running about looking gorge, and you know, the music is good, you know, it's just really nice, inviting
the last
environment.
Yeah.
The music is so good.
That Shanty.
Oh my gosh, Shanty's amazing. She's so good. I mean, Nick as well, like Tom, like they're both like, and like the thing is with Nick, like he taught himself how to DJ during lockdown, so he's never had like a professional gig outside.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his first his first DJing gig was Mince, the first Mince proper. And he has taught himself.
Oh my God!
Everything.
That's
like,
so
isn't incredible?
Isn't that Shanty story as well? That
she taught herself as well.
So because when we were speaking to them at the end, they were like just really grateful for the feedback. I think especially because we were sober, we were like, we actually heard every beat and we're really into it.
And we were dancing.
And it was
super dancing.
It was so fun. But they were really they sort of really took that on board, and they were really quite excited by that.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, people in a creative space are like, yeah, whatever, I'm good, and they kind of sideswipe the feedback.
Yeah.
But they really weren't, and they were very sweet. And their music, I think them and Nick were playing together, and it was just it was those last, like that sort of techno beat mixed with a little bit of disco and a bit of Britney or something.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It spoke to my big gay soul.
See, my thing has always been with it, like I very much let Nick do whatever you want. I'm like, I fully trust your music choices and everything that you want to do. Whenever I was just like, go wild in the techno, I was like, but please give them something like underlying, something that they can hear, like, you know, like something coming in there, something that they're like, oh my God, I'm about to crim my pants here. Like this is, here it comes. It may never come, but like it's there. And it's amazing because it just creates this like really gorgeous like air of like excitement underneath it all, and then whenever it happens it's like
so that's sort of, that'll be the tagline for the little Mince collaboration, you in a fridge with Mince talking about Mince. It will be you'll cream your knickers, something like that. Maybe we could have Mince and cream, something. Little Northern Ireland, reach out, we would love to do a deal there. You could sponsor an independent queer organisation and event. But for anyone that's out there, look and see, there's a lot of bits going on for the gays right now, which is wonderful, but look and see and really evaluate who has got some funding and who is going down that kind of avenue and that has already paid for the show, and other people who maybe haven't. Same goes for charities and organisations. There's lots of establishment charities that are making millions and paying an awful lot of money for maybe not a lot of service in return, but then there's people like us that are busting their balls and putting everything at risk to make a difference in the community. A small amount of money, a couple of tickets for you, for us a little donation of something makes a big difference.
And do you know what I'm going to say as well? It's like, if we don't use things, we lose them. Do you know? So whenever you've experienced something really special, like Mince, whether you can make it or not, buy a ticket anyway.
Yeah.
Give the ticket to somebody.
Well, exactly.
Buy
if
it
you've
and
got
just
money,
know that is going towards creating something
it really
magical
does make
in
a
the
difference.
city.
Like a tenner literally makes a difference. You know, like it's different in us, like being able to literally pay for the lighting, right? You know, like it's like if we're a tenner short, like that one of us has to pay for that. You know, like, and it may only sound like a tenner, but it is what it is. Like, we still have to then pay for that ourselves, you know?
One thing that would actually be really good to reach out for is any daddies. So, so anyone that's a rich daddy, Seán, you're soon to be a daddy. I don't know if you're the daddy we're looking for, but we would love that. If you've got, what are you looking? Big Dick's fried chicken and a load of dough.
All of the above.
Yeah, perfect.
Like the fried chicken. Like
we specifically. So we could talk about this. We could talk about everything all day. We would love to really get into it with you. We would love to have you back. That's
absolutely. I would love it. I love it. It's like it actually fell over my own tongue there.
Well, Sassie's just going to move in, and we might get to meet Scott the next time. Maybe you could come and.
She doesn't exist.
Okay.
She's not very nice, to be honest.
Hateful.
But we'll really get into it and kind of get into like where the fuck you fucking came from, how this happened, because I think it's a really interesting story. We've been there for a part of it, but it'd be good to sort of really delve in and work that out, especially for maybe some younger people out there, people that don't express themselves in the way that maybe is their truth, to be able to feel that and see that and experience that.
I would love to tell you. I mean, it's. She's a wee girl from the country, so she's something to tell you.
Stop that.
You know, I think it's important to talk about it as well. So
it's vital.
I would love to come back and tell you.
I love it.
Well, listen, we're going to have to wrap up for today, but Sassie, thank you so much for coming in. We love you so much. We are just like all biz for everything that you're doing, for who you are as a person, for how much you've supported us, and obviously Carl as well, and the whole Mince team. All the girlies. And just call out to people to go and fucking support your local drag community.
I know, honestly.
Yes.
And also follow on Instagram. We'll put links below and things like that. Give us
Instagram,
and
TikTok,
likes and
Pornhub, OnlyFans,
Cold Hard Cash,
OnlyFlans, which is your wee bacon channel.
Heartbreaker Road.
Perfect.
But thank you so much, everybody, again, and have a wonderful Christmas week.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. And Happy New Queer.
Oh.